yeah, I can't play this at all. I'm not a musician. I just can't play the trumpet or bugle in this case. And I can't play the keyboard either. But if you fancy yourself a wannabe musician and no longer have, Guitar Hero or Rock Band in the house, and I think lessons are a bit too expensive, you can pretend to be a busker on the streets of New Orleans in this little game, Big Easy Busking by Weird Giraffe Games. So join me at the table and let's take a look at what we have in this box.
All right. So here's the box. Big Easy Busking. And this is really just proof that you can make a board game with absolutely any theme you can imagine. It doesn't have to be all fantasy and wargaming and science fiction. So, this cover is just, I think, phenomenal. It's very compelling. I just love the color and the energy. It just makes you want to open it up. So let's do that. So right on the front you have 45 minutes, 1 to 5 players, ages 8+. And you've got that right on the back as well. And you've got kind of a itemized component list on the back, number of nice illustrations. And I just love this Weird Giraffe Games logo. I think that's just fantastic. I love the green glow, making it weird, I suppose. All right. So this is a tight fitting box, actually. Which is good and bad, I suppose. It's a really tight fitting box. Stand by. All right, I think I got it there. All right, right off the bat we have a rule book. It looks like there is a couple of video links. You've got a learn to play video link. And a playlist on Spotify link, I suppose, for all the songs in the game. That is awesome. That's absolutely fantastic. We're going to have to go to that after this video. And we have an illustrated itemized component list. And the rules here. Game setup with lots of illustrations. Player setup with illustrations, and the goal, gameplay, your player turns. More instructions with really compelling colors and artwork. I just love the kind of a rainbow-esque background. All right. Oh, and you've got solo game and solo scoring here on pages 14 and 15. And a quick start guide on the back. Yeah, these rules should not take too long to get through. 10, maybe 15 minutes. So that actually looks like a really nice rule book. And then we have 2 punch boards that seem to be pretty identical, just double the components. Right down here you have bonus fluffins not used in game. And fluffins looks like is a cat. I guess I would imagine that one of the game designers, or the game designer, Joshua Mills, is a cat owner and lover. That's just speculation on my part, but makes sense. And the fluffins there punched out pretty easily. Let's just punch out a couple of these other components here. And these are all cardboard components that punched out pretty easily and look pretty clean. And you have 2 sheets of those. And they are printed on both sides. So a whole bunch of components there. And then we have a bag of cubes. These look silica gel, do not eat, And these seem to be standard 8mm cubes of various colors. And they're painted pretty well. You get this whole bag of them. Storage solution baggies, and these baggies do have the little hole in them to let out air, so you don't have to hole punch your own baggies. That's nice. Another one. And then, oh, more storage solution baggies. And yet more and more storage solution baggies. And then it looks like you have 2 decks of cards here, which we'll get to in a second. And then you have this, kind of standard cardboard storage solution insert in the bottom of the box, which seems sufficient. Let's fix that later. All right. So which to start with? Let's start with this smaller deck of cards. If I can get it there. No, we're going to use the knife. Gonna use the knife. All right. I think these are the song cards. In the back we have, okay, yeah, so it looks like we have 5 for one, because it has up to 5 players. You have turn order sequence kind of reminder cards that each player can have. I'll just hold one up like this so you can see it. I guess this is the first side. Did that in reverse order. And I'll hold 2 up like this actually so you can see both sides of the card at once. So those are really nice. And then here are the song cards, it looks like. They all have the same back. Royal Street Blues. And you've got some iconography here. All the Haunted Hearts, more iconography. And I'm not going to go through all of these for sake of time and for the sake of you discovering something on your own. I've got my gumbo to keep me warm. I've got to be honest, I have not heard of any of these songs, but I am excited to check out that Spotify list and discover them. Bye Bye Redbird, have heard of that one. Beale Street Feels, heard of that one. Okay, so I'm familiar with some of these. So you get the idea. Okay, so you get a whole deck of these cards. Put those aside here, and then we have this other deck of cards. And right off the bat, we have a solo scaling difficulty card and a Moody Robot. I assume these are for solo play, but haven't played the game yet, so that's just pure speculation on my part. These 2 cards with all sorts of instructions. And then you've got these cards here. Oh, these have different art on the back, actually. I just realized. These 2 are the same. A few of these are the same. Then you have this kind of city location art back. And we have a number of those. Most of these are those, actually. Okay, so it looks like these cards have these 2 different card backs. And so the ones with the band backs, okay, these are, looks like, all right, I see. The band back cards, I think, are player boards. Yeah, these got to be player boards or cards for the 5 different players. And the same picture, same outfits, just in different colors. Gotcha. Cool. They look like they're jamming, having a good time. And then I assume these are some kind of location card. We've got some iconography here. Just makes you want to go out and have a cocktail and listen to music, doesn't it? This is just gorgeous, compelling artwork. Okay, so you definitely have some repeats here. But you have all these location cards with different iconography, which mean different things, I suppose. And that is everything that comes in the box of Big Easy Busking.
You know, I'm actually really glad that I was able to use this bugle as a prop today on this unboxing video. This actually belonged to my paternal grandfather, who unfortunately passed away about 5 years ago. And the reason I mention this at all is he was huge into music. He actually did play the trumpet and a number of other instruments. We actually called him Grandpa Trumpet. And he loved incorporating music into as many things as possible. So he would actually be quite tickled about a board game where you could pretend to be a busker on the streets of New Orleans. He would think that was quite cool. He was not a gamer by any means, but he did love spending time with his grandkids, me being one of them. And he was the one who introduced me to the game of Stratego, you know, decades and decades ago. So that's all, you know, all that is to say, influences around gaming and music can come from absolutely anywhere. If you did like this board game unboxing, you might like our other board game unboxing content as well as our printed game reviews, our Corax and Coffee cast, and all of our other content on the site. If you do really like what you see on the site, you can go to our Patreon link and become an official supporter of the channel and get your name at the end of these videos, as well as in other credits. But all of our content, or the majority of our content, is absolutely free to everyone. So until next time, I'm your host, Pete Steele. Take care all.